GM, everybody. Let's wait a few minutes for others to join, and Mike will be joining us soon as well.
GM, everybody, GM. Good morning, Henry.
Hey, Mike, how is it going?
Good afternoon, guys. Good evening, depending on where you are. I was having apologies for the delay. I had trouble logging into Discord as it was updating on the laptop, so I had to come to my phone and join Discord. So that was a delay there, but it's always nice to give a few minutes to make sure that anybody that wants to listen into our community calls has a chance. As you see, this is our fourth community call, the second one that we're doing in the last 2 weeks because we've changed and decided to start doing these bi-weekly. So again, today it's July 12th. Awesome to have everyone here as we continue to grow and think about what's coming in the near future. So we have an exciting next couple of weeks that will be leading into where we are next week, but also just a note, put on your calendar right now, set your reminders from 2 weeks from right now, which is July 26th will be our next community call. That will also be at the same time on Wednesday. So we look forward to that. If you're in the Discord now also and listening to the call and you see some advocates that are not, or anyone else that wants to listen, make sure to share this with them so that they can join and hear all of the progress and recent newsworthy items that we're going to share. Some exciting stuff to share today. So why don't we just start maybe by just Henry, how's everything going? How are you doing? What's been up the last couple of weeks?
Great. Development has been going super well, and I think we will soon have something pretty exciting to share. So, and also, by the way, this community call will be recorded by our chat community managers, Aru and Samtar. So, if any of your friends is not going to be available for this call, they can always, check back the recording later on.
Exactly. And shout out to the community for, showing up, but also to our Discord mods and everyone that is, hanging out with us in general. We're thinking about zkHoldem, and it would be a mistake to not just realize. I don't know if anyone has been paying attention to the world of poker in person, because in Las Vegas right now, the World Series of Poker, the biggest tournament in all of poker is going on right now in Las Vegas, Nevada. They just a little bit of background. This poker tournament, which is where legends are created and the biggest stars in the world of playing cards make their name and also make their money at the highest level. It's been running for years. Started in 1970. This year, specifically 2023, they had the most entries they've ever had. So, for anyone that's not recognizing the amount of global reach that poker is having, in person and of course online, then you're just not noticing what's going on. So, the most players ever entered this year's World Series of Poker, it was $10,000 to enter the tournament, and I believe it's on day 6 today. So they're down to day 6. It will probably run for at least 2 more weeks. I don't know the exact time frame, but it's just something to think about when you realize if that many people, if the most people ever are playing in person, that means that eventually the people, when you can't play something in person, you oftentimes like to go online and play. And so the amount of overall global online poker players, which stands at over 100 million, is only going to continue to increase with the complete interest in the game. So I thought that was a fun fact I just wanted to share. Henry, have you been paying attention at all to the World Series of Poker? Did you even know what was going on?
Yeah, for sure. I think like DJs in crypto, we just normalize gambling like in crypto, betting on shit coins every day. So we feel that poker is a boomer game or something, but actually it's actually a quite big market and it's growing every year. So I think if the I think I saw the number earlier that poker is online poker specifically is growing at a 13% rate every year. So it's still a quite good market, and I think in the future, on-chain gambling and on-chain poker in specific is definitely going to be something, people gonna like normalize as the standard.
Absolutely. And I just wanted to share because we got poker enthusiasts in here excited about playing zkHoldem and stuff. But I looked it up and the tournament this year had 10,043 entries at $10,000 an entry. The prize pool for this year's tournament is $93 million, 399,900. So that's split amongst the top 1,507 players. So it shows you don't always, you don't have to win every hand. You don't have to win every tournament you're entering. If you're a consistently solid player, you can win money and you can have a long, enjoyable career. I mean, the top 1,500 plus finishers will win money. And then the person that wins the World Series of Poker, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, our next community call will be kind of close to when maybe they're down to the final table or we have a winner. They're going to win $12.1 million. So we're going to find out a lot as we get there and see who's the biggest name in poker that wins $12 million. Imagine that. What a tournament. All right. So that's a little poker style and life going on right now for everyone. Wanted to just tap into some of that. We'll be paying attention to that. And if you are watching the World Series of Poker or following it all, feel free to tag us in any tweets, any posts that you think about, or if you have a favorite poker player because of a certain reason. I know there's a lot of live stream games going on. Make sure to connect with us. We're reaching out to find more poker players, both in person and online, because the online ones can play our game soon, and in-person ones, when they come online, will have a chance to play as well. So, yeah, a little bit of the world of poker in person, but let's get into the world of zkHoldem. And let's start, Henry, by talking about, which is really exciting, our big week coming up next week, where we'll be in Paris at the big Ethereum conference, ECC, one of the biggest conferences in the world all year, the biggest one in Europe. And it's super exciting because we'll be presenting there zkHoldem. We've been talking, designing, and showcasing how we're going to share to everyone our progress, our game, our games, and then also what's going on in the community. So are you excited for you won't be in Paris, I will, but are you excited for everything that's going to go down? Because I know you know a lot about what's happening there.
Yeah, 100%. Even though, I'm not gonna be there personally, we have been, planning for this event for quite some time, including, Mike, I think it's time for you, to mention to everybody that you're actually gonna do a presentation at the ECC main event for 45 minutes, right?
Yeah, so it's really, really exciting. We'll have a 30 plus minute block on Wednesday, which will be a week from today, actually. Just about this time next week, we will be presenting zkHoldem for the first time live at a major conference, which is exciting for all of us. And don't worry, you have a couple of ways to participate. In fact, if you are somewhere and the timing works because the presentation that we will be giving will be at noon in Paris time. So depending on where you are, you know, if it works and you're it's not the middle of the night, you can live stream it. There will be live stream. We'll share links from our Twitter right here in the Discord, so you can watch the presentation live. If you're there in person, obviously you can join us. And then lastly, we will have recordings from the presentation so that if you didn't get a chance to see it because of the time or you missed it because whatever the reason was, we will be showcasing and sharing elements of it. So it's an exciting time to think that we'll be able to showcase, uh, you know, two people in person, not just the game, but kind of behind the game, what's been happening. And so there's a lot of excitement leading up to it. But it's not just a presentation that we're going to be giving in Paris. We're going to be demoing the game zkHoldem that we have to anyone that's at ZK Day. ZK Day from the Manta Network. Uh, really excited to have some laptop set up, make it really easy on anyone coming through. And Henry, any other thoughts around ZK Day? A little bit more detail about ZK Day. This is a follow on to what the Manta Network has done in the past, like at ETH Denver. They bring a lot of people together. The last I heard, there was over 1,000 entrants and registrations to participate and attend ZK Day. So it's going to be a really big day.
Yeah, yeah. DK has been going on for quite a while. It's probably right now it's one of the like biggest DK related events, like worldwide, like IRL events that crypto has seen. So we are super excited to be part of it. We're gonna have our own booth there. Like people will be able to we're gonna have a few laptop set up there, and people can play around with zkHoldem. We can even host a small tournament there as well. And like more importantly, we actually going to drop a huge announcement at ZK Day as well. So we cannot really talk about what it is yet, but you can. I guess you can get some hints at the sponsors and the host. So yeah, definitely stay tuned for that.
Exactly. Stay tuned for the big news that we will have next week from Manta's ZK Day. Manta partnering with a number of other big names inside of the crypto space. There's going to be lots of people. There's going to be all sorts of fun. There's going to be food, games, people, conversation. If you are in Paris or if you know somebody that's into crypto and they're in Paris, you got to make sure that they can come to ZK Day. You can register online. It's a free event at Luma. You can DM Henry or me, anyone in the Discord, to get more information. But if you're there, you have friends, family, or you want someone to be able to attend it to learn more, then make sure to tell them all about ZK Day, which is the same day as our presentation, which is next Wednesday, July 19th. Meanwhile, speaking of presentations, some of the stuff that's happened in the last week, I want to just share. I put into the chat, which is right prior to what you put in there about ZK Day, which is perfect, Henry, that I appeared on a Twitter space last week to talk about the most latest updates and some of the zkHoldem information, and that was on the roll up, which was a really massive Twitter space that went on for a while with huge communities dropping in, and they actually put out a little video from from our part of that conversation. And so if anyone wants to hear it, I think it was about a minute and a half. You can listen real quickly. That tweet is in the chat as well. So just sharing in case anyone wants to see what they might have missed as far as some of our recent conversations and public presentations. So looking forward to ECC. if you are there and you're not at Manta's ZK Day, but you're someone that really wants some of the stuff we're going to have there, like we're going to have some hats and some shirts, and we've given out awesome ZK Hold'em decks of cards in the past. Let us know. We want to make sure that you can, rep zkHoldem, share, showcase, and enjoy, for being here early with us and hanging and helping us grow. We will make sure to get you some of the swag or some of the gear, or we'll do the best to make that happen. I want to make sure that everyone knows we appreciate their time as we continue to work through the first iterations of the game. And then there'll be other fun stuff during the week, but you'll just stay tuned to the zkHoldem Twitter handle, and of course in the Discord, where we will certainly keep updated with anything cool, unique, and different. And of course, we just ask you, and I would ask you, if you find fun stuff going on next week that you're seeing on your timeline from ECC, you think that zkHoldem is missing an event, or you think that we're need to know about something, tag us, let us know, so that in real time we can make sure to be there or connect with anyone that maybe wants to learn more about zkHoldem, play zkHoldem, get a demo, all sorts of stuff. That's why that's why I'm getting on a 11+ hour flight to make sure that I can go to Paris and talk to everybody that's into the gaming area, anyone that's into poker, anyone, anywhere. We talk about crypto and blockchain and the global ability to go digital. So we're going to take that digital global footprint and for a little be in a physical space, and hopefully really be able to showcase the products and the game. Because like I said at the start, if you caught it, in Paris, we're going to be showcasing not just the game zkHoldem, but games. We might have a little teaser that would showcase a second game that is coming down the pipeline that we're hard at work at. So a lot of focus and fun stuff going on inside of the team, working really, really hard. What about, speaking of working hard, Henry, the next version of zkHoldem? Like I always think about when you get your phone and it sends you updates, and then it updates a little bit, and then sometimes there's bigger updates, there's smaller updates, new things come. I think we have some updates coming next week. Am I right?
Yes. I mean, we definitely are preparing something, a big updates, especially with ECC coming up. So so next week we're gonna release our next version, so zkHoldem version 1.1. So this is the one that we give a little bit sneak peek on Twitter last week. So basically, right now, if you have played our current version on zkHoldem rollup, you notice that the game itself, it doesn't really support you to continuously play on the same table. So basically, after you play one game, you have to create another room, and that's definitely not the ideal user experience that we're hoping for from a poker game. So but that's something that we will be releasing for our next version. So I just post the link to our tweet here. So if you haven't checked it out, please take a look. So basically, right now for zkHoldem version 1.1, there's going to be a few things that we upgraded. First is that you will be able to play on the same table for as long as you want, as long as you have enough chips to be on the table. And another thing is that there's won't be any the number of participants won't be limited for any table for next version. So basically, when you create a room, you don't need to specify how many players is this room for. So when you create a room, and when someone else is joining the game, you will be able to start a game by just simply clicking the starting button, and the game will start. Doesn't matter how many table is on the how many players are on the table, whether the room is filled or not. And and another update for next version is that you will be able to. There's gonna be an observer role on any table as well. So if for example, if the table is full, you will be able to to join a waiting queue for that table. So when someone else leave the table, you will be able to join as well. So yeah, we are just step by step. We're working on improving the user experience and get zkHoldem more and more it's like more and more like an actual like poker game instead of just a demo that to showcase that we are capable of building a poker game on chain. So yeah, everything is in progress, and we we are working on a lot of other things on the back end as well. So for all the future versions, it's just gonna be like more and more, I guess, user friendly, more and more like customer ready. So definitely stay tuned.
Absolutely. Stay tuned is right. Continue to stay tuned, and also stay tuned to the chat where Henry, you have posted a few of the updates, like the sneak peek that you just talked about, and then I have also posted the next conversation. Right, we have these community calls every Wednesday, every other Wednesday, and then we have our calls with partners and Twitter Spaces that we host every Friday. So if you haven't been joining on Fridays at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern if you're in the States, later in the day if you're in Europe or in Asia, then you may have missed out on some really great conversations, some great alpha, learning about some other big time projects inside of the overall crypto space and some of the connections that we've been making and creating. But don't miss this Friday, because this Friday, our community partner call team, ETH Lizards, will join us for our Twitter space. So we'll have an awesome chat with the ETH Lizards and hear about, what's going on in their entire community, how excited they are to play zkHoldem, and also their game design that they have for their poker table. And so that's going to be really fun. Looking forward to that. That link is in the chat right now. Make sure to set your reminders for this Friday so you can tune in and join us. And of course, if you have any questions or thoughts beforehand, let us know. Also, because we're just teasing out and talking about what's upcoming, don't forget 2 Wednesdays from now, the 26th, we're back with this community call and some follow up. We will talk all about the week that was Paris and then where we're headed next. Maybe you'll learn some information that we dropped during Paris, and of course, would love to get feedback from what you guys think about everything that went down in ETHCC. Um, One other thing we should talk about is the advocates, and specifically, some of you are in here right now, the advocates, and if you've been sharing with your community, bringing people in. One thing we'd love to be able to do is have more partnerships that are official. And so we are working on them. But of course, part of what we're loving to have for the advocates in here is that if you know a great NFT or DeFi or any type of crypto community at all that would do fun stuff and wants to play poker, wants to have a customized ZK Hold'em table, and can bring people to play the game and learn and just enhance the overall experience. Let us know. We want to hear that. So really looking to add to our community advocates team and the partnerships they bring in. And specifically, we're going to announce in Paris one of the really, really big partnerships and someone really big in the space that is going to, in the middle of right now, designing a custom table to play on for, certain users and advocates and, of course, their community. But this is a really big artist, so I'm super excited to see what comes out of it and to showcase the art inside of zkHoldem. And then so, the same way that we're thinking about those different individuals, we want to make sure that you guys and everyone inside of the community can think about the individuals they know and bring them to the table, quite literally. So remember, that's an opportunity. And with that being said, Henry, I know that we're offering some sorts of incentives for the advocates that are testing or sharing and playing. Do you want to just remind everyone, or can we share the link and talk about it a little bit for any community advocates to be testing and their incentives that they can earn some fun money?
Yeah, 100%. So as you guys know, like right now, like our zkHoldem beta is only accessible to advocates and our like community partners, the Lucky Ducky and East Lizard. So for all of you who are like qualified to like participate in the testing, so if you have the chance to check out like the latest zkHoldem beta and played around with it, then feel free to share like what your experience, screenshot of your like zkHoldem poker table like on Twitter or on any other type of social media, and add us, and hashtag zkHoldem is space, and add zkHoldem Twitter account. So get a chance to win $50. So we are offering like three $50 to three participants. So just a reminder, if you guys haven't seen the tweet yet, I just posted in the chat here as well. So make sure if you are testing out zkHoldem, you're sharing it with your friends, and make sure to do a screenshot and ask your friend to do the same as well. We wanna we wanna get as much exposure as possible, leading up to both ECC and the launch of our public testnet. So yeah, that's definitely something that we are super appreciative for.
Yeah, I just want to echo the last part about being super appreciative of, and just we're doing these community calls. This is our fourth one, and while these are small in the Discord right now, we love to see it. We really love to have the small, tight knit people showing up for our community calls like this, because you can imagine once we're talking to 1,000 people and in these conferences where people start to learn about zkHoldem, and you're able to start playing the multiple hands as we develop the game, and it's getting closer and closer, it will start to grow rather quickly and rapidly with people playing. And so maybe it won't be so small in here and intimate. And so it's nice when it's small and you have these chances to potentially win some funds, get a little bit more conversation going before there's a ton of people that take away from that all. So make sure to set your reminders and join us for the next community call, which will be July 26th, and that will do who knows what kind of updates we'll have at that point to share with the game and so much more. But Henry, I think we've gone through a lot as we prep for the big week that is ECC in Paris. So much to give away, so much to share, not just here, but there. And also when we get back, we'll be looking forward to either meeting anyone that is there. I am excited for that, but also to chat with anyone that's here in the Twitter sphere, on Discord, in our community chats regularly. Keep up with what's going on. And any final words, Henry, for this final week? I mean, we're happy to take a question. If you have one, put it in the chat. We can answer it right now. But Henry, what does it look like for us on your side for the next week or two until we talk again on this community call?
Yeah, I mean, I think that will be like totally like different, totally different from now, because at that point we have released our next version. We have gone through the entire like ECC. Like we're gonna have so much more like exciting news to share. So definitely looking forward to that. And just wanna echo your last part, is that as small as the audience we have right now, like it's a bad market. Like people don't really care about a community call. They don't care about like how most projects are doing. Like we understand that, but for all of you who are staying, like who are still like participating day to day in crypto, and give us the time to join this community call. Like we appreciate your like presence like deeply, and yeah, so I mean, we want to keep this like community calls as concise, as informative as possible, so that you guys will understand what we've been like working on like day to day. Not we're not just here laying around and doing nothing, trying to scam people money, but we are actually developing some exciting applications that to prepare for the next bull market, to prepare for the next mass adoption of crypto. So yeah, we're on a mission here, and we will we won't let you guys down.
I love it. That was inspiring. Yeah, no, it's not about that this is small in a bad way. It's small in a good way. This is the time where you're really at the earliest points of something that's never been done. And so we're working on that. We're doing something completely unique, and so it's not just that it's small in here, but it's everyone that's listening, participating. These are like the earliest moments of a trusting, replacing the fairness and these ideas that people that play online poker have no confidence in what they're doing, that they're not being cheated. We're trying to attack that problem with our solution that could really be relevant for a lot of people. So the fact that you guys are here during this bear market where nobody is sticking around unless you really care shows a lot. And we obviously, like Henry said, are deeply appreciative of not only your participation, you showing up, but your time that you take and hang out with us, and the stuff that you do when you're not here in the call. So these community calls will only get better. If you have thoughts for future community calls, you want to participate, you want to share anything, we'll also like to showcase that, because that's part of what a community is. So make sure to let us know. Don't be shy. Continue to keep up with it and let us know as we grow. We're not forgetting anyone. We're thinking about everyone that sticks with us. And again, very appreciative of your time. We hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your afternoon, day, and make sure to remember, we'll see you on this Friday, 8 a.m. Pacific, for our community call with the ETH Lizards. Thanks so much for spending the time with us. Thanks, Henry. We'll talk to everyone soon.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for listening. See you guys soon.
See you all soon, especially the next community call, July 26th. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.